Absolute madness at SoFi Stadium. What we just witnessed in Los Angeles will go down as one of the most unpredictable, historic, and chaotic second halves in FIFA World Cup history. For 70 minutes, this game looked like a frustrating, grinding tactical chess match destined for a scoreless draw. But a single hydration break, a red card, and an unprecedented explosion from the bench completely flipped the script. Switzerland walks away with a resounding 4-1 victory over Bosnia and Herzegovina, but the final scoreline does not even begin to tell the real story of this Group B showdown. Let us take it back to the first half, where the atmosphere inside the stadium was absolutely electric, with tens of thousands of passionate Bosnian fans turning California into a sea of blue and yellow. The Dragons came into this fixture riding an incredible 9-match unbeaten streak, and their game plan was completely flawless from the opening whistle. Their defensive structure, anchored by Sead Kolasinac and Nikola Katic, completely nullified the Swiss attack, leaving superstars like Granit Xhaka and Manuel Akanji visually frustrated as they struggled to break the lines. Switzerland dominated possession, keeping the ball for long stretches, but they lacked any real clinical edge or imagination in the final third. Breel Embolo was completely isolated up front, while Dan Noy found himself continuously forced into dead ends by the brilliant tracking back of Amar Dedic. Bosnia looked incredibly comfortable, absorbing the pressure and waiting for the perfect moment to launch a counterattack through Edin Dzeko and Ermin Mahmić. When the referee blew the whistle for halftime at 0-0, the Swiss contingent was deeply nervous, knowing they were under immense pressure after their disappointing draw against Qatar in the opening match, while the Bosnian fans were roaring with belief that a massive upset was on the cards. The second half began with the exact same patterns of play, until we reached the 71st minute hydration break, which is where Switzerland manager Murat Yakin pulled off a tactical masterclass that will be talked about for years. In a bold triple substitution, he took off the hard-working Dan Noy and introduced 20-year-old Freiburg sensation Johan Manzambi, alongside Rubén Vargas and Breel Embolo. Nobody could have predicted the immediate, devastating impact of these changes, because just 3 minutes later, the deadlock was finally broken in spectacular fashion. Bosnia failed to cleanly clear a dangerous Swiss cross, and as Ermin Mahmić tried to head the ball away to safety, he unfortunately guided it straight into the path of the oncoming Manzambi. The young substitute did not hesitate for a fraction of a second, launching himself into the air and connecting with an outrageous, clean volley that flew past Nikola Vasil and into the back of the net. SoFi Stadium erupted as the Swiss players celebrated an absolute moment of pure magic, completely shattering the resilience that Bosnia had displayed for over an hour. With the score at 1-0, Bosnia attempted to throw bodies forward to find an equalizer, but their discipline completely evaporated under the sudden pressure. In the 80th minute, disaster struck for the Dragons when Tarik Muharemović flew into a reckless, incredibly dangerous tackle that left the referee with absolutely no choice but to pull out a straight red card. Down to 10 men, and with exhaustion rapidly setting in, the Bosnian defensive structure completely collapsed, allowing the fresh Swiss substitutes to absolutely feast on the open spaces. Just 4 minutes after the dismissal, Rubén Vargas doubled the Swiss lead, capitalizing on the numerical advantage with a razor-sharp, clinical finish across the goalkeeper after a brilliant transition play. Switzerland was completely relentless, hunting for more goals to boost their goal difference, and in the 90th minute, they struck again! Vargas turned from goal scorer to provider, cutting open the weary Bosnian defense with a perfectly weighted, precise pass to find Manzambi, who calmly tapped it home for his second of the night, making it 3-0 and putting the result completely beyond a shadow of a doubt. But the drama was far from over as the game entered a frantic period of stoppage time. Bosnia refused to let their heads drop, and in the 93rd minute, their incredible fans were finally rewarded when substitute Ermin Mahmić found space inside the box and slotted home a brilliant consolation goal, sparking wild celebrations in the stands. Yet, Switzerland insisted on having the absolute final say of the evening. In the 96th minute, a video assistant referee review confirmed a penalty for Switzerland after a clumsy foul in the box, and Captain Granit Xhaka coolly stepped up to drill the ball home with the very last kick of the game, sealing a chaotic 4-1 victory. This historic match marks only the second time in World Cup history that 4 goals have been scored by substitutes, repeating a legendary feat from the 1982 tournament. But while Swiss fans are celebrating a crucial 3 points, this game has sparked an absolute firestorm of controversy across the football world. Many pundits are arguing that the 4-1 scoreline completely masks a deeply flawed Swiss performance, pointing out that they were completely toothless and outplayed tactically until the red card changed everything. Was the straight red card to Muharemović completely fair, or did the referee completely ruin what was a highly competitive World Cup clash? And looking forward, has Johan Manzambi earned the right to completely replace the established starters, or should he remain a weapon off the bench? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe for more deep World Cup analysis.